everybody, welcome to this session. Today's topic is solar system. So let us start. So do you know what a solar system consists of? A solar system consists of sun, 8 planets and other smaller constituents. Okay, so a solar system is a system that consists of sun at the center and 8 planets revolving around the sun and the smaller constituents. So solar system consists of sun. So we'll see what is sun. So the sun is in the center of solar system. Okay, so solar system at center there is sun and all the 8 planets move around the sun in a large oval path. So all 8 planets move revolve around the sun. It move around, the all 8 planets move around the sun in a large and oval path, not correct circle, oval path. And the solar system consists of the 8 planets and the first planet is Mercury. So we'll see what is Mercury. Mercury is the nearest planet to the sun. So Mercury is the nearest planet to the sun and it is 58 million kilometer away from the sun. Mercury is the nearest planet from the sun and it is 58 million kilometer from the sun, not 1000, 10,000 lakh, 58 million kilometer away from the sun. And its surface that faces sun has very high temperature of 430 degrees Celsius. So the Mercury's face, the face of Mercury which is facing the sun will be 430 degrees Celsius. So I can't imagine that. So the temperature is too hot to support life and the temperature in Mercury is not, it will not support the life. It is too hot to support the life. And this high temperature causes no liquid water on to exist on this planet. So this causes no water in this planet because in our earth, if water is boiled at 100 degrees Celsius, it will start to evaporate. There it is 430 degrees Celsius. It is sure that no water will be there because it's 430 degrees Celsius. In our earth, to 100 degrees Celsius the water will start to evaporate. And the Mercury rotates very slowly. The Mercury rotates very slowly. Okay, and the next planet is Venus. So Venus is the second nearest planet to the sun. It is the hottest. First we will learn what. First I will explain the first sentence. Venus is the second planet nearest the sun. Okay, so Venus is the second nearest planet the sun. It is an inner planet. What is inner planet and what is outer planet? I will explain you at the end of this session. And Venus is the second nearest planet to the sun and it is the hotter than Mercury because a great amount of heat from the sun is trapped in its atmosphere. So it is hotter than Mercury. So you will be having a doubt that Mercury is the nearest planet and Venus is the second nearest planet, but why Venus is the hottest planet? So I will tell you a story of me. There was a quiz. In that quiz, one question was there. That question was, which is the hottest planet in our solar system? So I have put on the Mercury, but it was wrong. I thought that the nearest planet is the Mercury, so it will be the hottest planet in our solar system. But the correct answer was Venus. So it was wrong. And why is the Venus is surrounded by a blanket of carbon dioxide. That carbon dioxide traps every heat from the sun and make it the hottest planet in the solar system. Okay, and it is the brightest object in the sky besides sun and moon. So it is the brightest object except sun, besides sun and the moon. And nearly the whole atmosphere consists of carbon dioxide. I have already told you it is surrounded by a thick blanket of carbon dioxide and it traps every heat from the sun and make it the hottest planet in our solar system. Venus is often called the Earth's twin because two planets are close in size, but the conditions on the surface of the Venus are completely different. So Venus is often called the Earth's twin because it's close in size. So Earth's 95%. Venus is 95% of Earth. Venus is 95% of Earth. approximately 95% of the earth. I have heard like that in my at one online class. I have heard like that 95% is Venus. Sorry, 95% of earth can be covered with Venus. And the next planet, that is earth, our own planet, and our the water existing planet. So planet earth is the third planet. Earth is the third planet from the sun. So okay, so earth is the third planet from the sun. It is also an inner planet, and it is the fifth largest planet in our solar system. So the earth's atmosphere, weather, and many other factors are just right to keep up alive. So earth's atmosphere, weather, and other factors are just right. It is right to keep us alive. Okay, it's right to keep us alive. And earth is a earth is a complex system of air, water, and land. So it's a complex of air, water, and land. So earth has a moon, that name is Luna. No one will be knowing. I don't tell like that. No one will be someone will be knowing, but most of the people don't know the earth's moon name. So moon name is Luna, and the earth's interior is composed of 4 layers, 3 solid and 1 liquid. So earth is composed of 4 layers, 3 solid, 1 liquid. And the next thing is, that is Mars, that is also an inner planet. So what is Mars? It is also called the red planet or red world because it is reddish in color. So the Mars is also called the red planet or red world. Red world because it is reddish in color. So it is red in color. That's why it is known as red planet. So Mars is the only planet whose surface can be seen in detail from the Earth. So Mars is the only planet whose surface can be seen from the Earth in detail. Okay. And Mars is the fourth planet from the sun. Okay, the Mars is the fourth planet from the sun, and it has very cold surface. So almost all of water is frozen. So we know that at 0 degrees Celsius the water will freeze, and 100 degrees Celsius the water will evaporate. Okay, so here it is very cold, so the water is frozen here. And Mars is not conductive for living things. It is not conductive for living things. Okay, the Mars is not conductive for living things. So next planet, also a large planet, also an outer planet, that is Jupiter. So I will tell you a thing, between Jupiter and Mars there is an asteroid belt. I will explain you that also. So first we will see the 8 planets and we will move on to the asteroid belt and all. So Jupiter is the 5th planet from the sun. So it's a 5th planet from the sun. It is the biggest planet in the solar system. It's the biggest planet in the solar system. It has diameter of 3000 kilometers. It has diameter of 3000 kilometers. I can't even believe that. Jupiter is usually the 4th brightest object in the sky after the sun and the moon and Venus. However, at times Mars appears brighter than Jupiter. So sometimes the Mars appear brighter than Jupiter, and Jupiter is the brightest object after sun, moon, and Venus. Jupiter is the brightest object, and the Jupiter has at least 63 moons. So Jupiter has at least 63 moons. Our Earth has only one moon, that is Luna, and the Jupiter has 63 moon. I can't even believe that. And the next planet, that is what? Saturn. So what is Saturn? Saturn is the 6th planet from the sun. So Saturn is the 6th planet from the sun. Saturn is the second largest planet in our solar system. So Saturn is the second largest planet in our solar system, and Saturn has 3 wide rings. It has 3 wide rings. They can be seen with the telescope. Do you know what's telescope? Telescope will see to the space, and the microscope is a thing which is used to see the microorganism which we cannot see with our naked eye. And Saturn has at least 34 moons. Jupiter has at least 63 moons, and our Earth has only one moon, and the Saturn has 34 moons. And the next planet, that is Uranus. Uranus is the seventh planet from the sun, and it is the seventh planet. Uranus is lying on its side as it goes around the sun. It's lying on its side as it goes around the sun. Okay, and there are many layers of cloud found in this planet. So there are many clouds found in this planet, and however these clouds are difficult to see. So these clouds are difficult to see. That's okay. And the Uranus has 27 moons, and quite interesting. Why these planets have this much moons? I want to know. I don't know why these planets have this much moon than our Earth have only one moon. So Uranus has 27 moons, and next planet and the last planet, that is Neptune. So Neptune is the eighth planet from the sun, and it is the eighth planet from the sun. Neptune is covered with a blue ocean of liquid methane. It is covered of uh, liquid methane, with a blue ocean of liquid methane. And Neptune has 13 moons. It has 13 moons. Neptune appears to have two thin rings. It has two thin rings around it, and with the third larger ring, it is with a third larger ring, it has a larger ring between them. And these rings are made up of dark rocky materials. These things are made up of dark and rocky materials. And I have told you in the between some planets that at Jupiter, I have told you that between Mars and Jupiter there is an asteroid belt. So we will see what is asteroid belt. Here is that. So asteroids are huge chunks of rock and metals. It's a huge and chunk of rock and metals. Asteroids have different shapes and sizes. It have different shapes and sizes. Most asteroids have diameter of more than 200 kilometer, and the most asteroid can have diameter of more than 200 kilometers. And the main asteroid belt occupies between the orbit between the Mars and Jupiter. I have already told you Mars and Jupiter. While explaining Jupiter, I have told you this, and I have not explained that time. Now I am explaining. And the asteroids are left over materials from the formation of solar system. Okay, and next thing is meteoroids. Meteoroids. So meteoroid a meteoroid is a piece of rock. It is a piece of rock that is floating in space. There are millions of meteoroids in the solar system. There are million, not thousand, not lakh, not 10 lakh, not 1 crore, not 10 crore. There are millions of meteoroids in our solar system. Most of them are small, and the most of them are small and tiny. So every day a million of meteoroids enter the Earth's atmosphere from the space. So a day, millions of meteoroids enters the Earth's atmosphere from the space. So I have made a video about layers of atmosphere, so you can see it in my YouTube channel. Visit that video, it is very amazing, and this video is also amazing. And the next thing that is meteors. And meteors are tiny rocks which probably come from the asteroid belt. These meteors are the tiny rock which come from the asteroid belt, and when a meteoroid enters the Earth's atmosphere, it burns very brightly. Friction between the meteoroid and the air causes the meteoroid to burn. It is called meteor. So I think you have understood this, and moving on that comet. So do you know what is comet? A comet is made of pieces of ice in space. So comet is made up of pieces of ice in space, and it is made up of water, dust and frozen gases. It is made up of water, dust and frozen gases. And comets have long glowing tails. It have the long and glowing tails. Okay. And the solar system. The sun and 8 other planets is a part of solar system, and the 8 planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. And after Neptune there was Pluto, but nearly it was not considered as the it was not considered as a planet. Before some years there was Pluto as a planet, and I think, yeah, some years before, the Pluto was not considered as a planet. And natural satellites like moon, meteors, comets, and asteroids are also the constituents of solar system. So they are the constituents of solar system. And while explaining the planets, I have told you the which is inner planet and which is outer planet. The inner planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, and the outer planets Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. So we'll see what is inner planets. So Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars are the four planets that are nearest to the Sun. I have already told you they are called inner planets. That also I have already told you. All these planets are made up of rocks. So all these planets near the Sun, that is Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, these are made up of rocks. Each of inner planet has an atmosphere. So each of the inner planet has an atmosphere, but the atmosphere of the inner planet is very thin and poisonous for living things except the Earth. So Earth has only the good atmosphere which allow us to live, and other inner planets are made up of rocks, and the other planets atmosphere is poisonous. And talking about outer planets, the outer planets are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune that I have already told you. These planets are mainly composed of gas. So these planets are mainly composed of gases. Okay, their temperature is too cold to support life. So their temperature is too cold to support life, so we cannot live there. And if you have any doubt, put it in the comment section. I will reply. So that's all for today's session. See you in the next session. Bye bye.